Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we are going to review for you the Xiaomi Mi Soundbar. And yes, we are a little late to this review, but better late than never, right? Now, kicking things off with the build and design, considering the price of the soundbar, it is very well built. It has a plastic body all around and it feels quite solid. Now, there is no noticeable flex and the plastic did not depress no matter where we pressed it. Apart from the front, the rest of the body is all white, which looks really classy. The only downside is that it gets dirty quite easily, so you will end up cleaning it a lot. Now at the back, there are brackets to wall mount the soundbar, and it is nice that the bar comes with screws in the box to wall mount it. Speaking of the front, the Mi Soundbar has a fabric mesh in the front, which does give it a premium look and feel. When it comes to the controls, you have the physical buttons on the top of the soundbar for input and all the other options, including the volume controls. Now, overall, the construction of the soundbar is quite solid, and the looks, especially with the front fabric, is quite premium. At first glance, one wouldn't think that the soundbar is priced at a mere 5,000 rupees. Now, when it comes to, of course, the ports and connectivity options, they're all neatly laid out at the back, and we have one auxiliary port, one line-in port, one SPDIF port, and one optical port. It also supports Bluetooth connectivity. The power port is also at the back. Everything is neatly laid out. The soundbar doesn't come with a remote control in the box. Instead, all the input options are neatly laid out on the top, including the volume controls. There is a white LED indicator that shows you which source is currently in use. And when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, the soundbar can only remember one device at a time, which can be a bummer if you have multiple people in the house that want to sync their smartphones with the soundbar. Now, coming to the setup, Xiaomi claims that you can actually set up the soundbar in a mere 30 seconds, and yeah, that's it. Choose your required mode of connectivity, be it aux or even the SPDIF connected to your TV, switch on your TV. If you need to go into sound options and change the output, do that and you're good to go. Even with Bluetooth, just press the button, go on your phone, find the option, hit the sync, and you're good to go. So yes, the soundbar doesn't require any taam-jham in the manner of speaking or any installation that's required to actually get it up and running. It is very simple to install. Now, delving into the performance, most of the content played to test the soundbar, we played it using Bluetooth and SPDIF to see the difference between the two. And straight off the bat, we'd like to tell you that there is about a 10 to 15% drop in performance when you switch from a wired connection to a wireless connection, which may be a bummer because in other soundbars we haven't noticed this big a difference, so that's something to keep in mind. However, having said that, the performance out of the Bluetooth isn't bad by any means. Now, for the performance of this soundbar, of course, we connected it to the Mi TV 4a Pro. You can always go and check out our review of that TV, and like we said, we used SPDIF and Bluetooth to connect it to these two devices. Now, another thing to mention is yes, that this soundbar does not come with a subwoofer, and you cannot attach an external subwoofer, but the speaker has a pretty good punch when it comes to the overall output. But yeah, if you're someone that really loves extra bass heavy stuff, then the absence of a subwoofer will be missed by you guys. Now, speaking of the speaker arrangement or the setup we have here, we have two 20mm dome tweeters or passive radiators and two 2.5-inch woofer drivers. When watching an action movie, let's take for example something like John Wick or a Wonder Woman, the speakers are loud at full volume and have the ability to shake the average size bedroom. So yeah, place it on a wooden table, you can actually feel the table vibrate with every thump, which is like a really good thing. Now, in a movie like John Wick, where he has so many different guns at his disposal that he brings to the table, every time he switches a gun, you can actually make out the difference in the noise of each gun, which is actually something that we appreciate. It adds to the immersion. Watch a movie like Spider-Man Homecoming, and the swishes and bangs of him swinging around are also very, very easily audible, along with the background score, the banter of Spider-Man. We would suggest that you don't go beyond the 80% volume mark to enjoy the audio from the speakers, because at 80% it's ample clear and you don't lose any form of clarity. Even at 80%, it is really loud for the average size living room. If you're someone that's going to watch TV, be it news or television shows like Young Sheldon or any soap operas of your TV, the vocals are clear without having any distortion. However, there is one thing I'd like to recommend. Now, if you're going to place the soundbar under your TV, and let's say you have a center table right in front over there with a lot of designer things like maybe a small house, an ashtray, a vase, anything, I'd recommend don't keep anything between you and the soundbar where it's hitting you, because the noise can bounce off it and might give you kind of an echoing effect, or maybe not the desired effect that it's supposed to have. So between you and the soundbar, there should be no objects. Another thing, and this is actually a con with the soundbar, is that it doesn't have great channel separation. So let's say if you have a plane that swishes in from the left and gets out on the right, you do get that feeling on most other soundbars that we've tested, especially ones that are more expensive. The swish going all the way from the left to the right, that gets a little lost out here. So this is definitely something to keep in mind. Now, moving on to one of the biggest cons is the absence of a remote control. So not only if you need to switch multiple sources will you be getting up and going to the soundbar itself, but if you connect it via SPDIF, especially to your Xiaomi TV, you won't be able to control the volume with your remote control, and this is a bummer. So yeah, we do miss a remote control at this point for the soundbar, but if you connect it via aux, or if you connect it via even the line in, which is the red and white option, you can control the volume of the soundbar from your TV, so that works. But with SPDIF, it doesn't. It will work on the older Xiaomi TVs, which is the Mi TV 4, for example, which was a 55-inch really slim one. So yeah, overall the performance of the soundbar is great, be it even for gaming. If you're going to play some games on your TV, be it from your Xbox or PlayStation, you are going to get a better sound experience. So overall, the Xiaomi Mi Soundbar for 5,000 rupees is a pretty good companion for your TV if you have an entry-level TV, and one of the biggest compromises on these TVs today is the sound. And if you are looking to get a speaker set without spending too much money to improve the sound quality of your budget TV or even of your mid-range TV, then yes, you can definitely consider this one. For the price to performance ratio, it's actually pretty good. But the lack of a remote control is one thing that's missed. The SPDI volume control is something that you're going to have to deal with if that's your chosen mode of input. But apart from that, it's a well-built speaker. The fabric mesh in front makes it look premium. We showed the soundbar to a couple of people before the price was announced, and they thought it was a lot more expensive. So yeah, you are getting a value for money proposition with this soundbar. However, depending on your budget, if you increase your budget, there are various other options to choose from. So there you have it, guys. That was our review of the Mi soundbar. You can always let us know what you thought of this review in the comment section below. If you liked it, you can hit the like button. We will catch you in another video. It's goodbye for now.
For the latest technology updates, subscribe to Digit.in and don't forget to hit the bell icon.